Okay, so I guess this person's really jealous and angry at people who are lighter than them because apparently I saw the previous comment that this person left. They were hating on Halle Berry and Beyonce. And then they were thinking that they were going to pretend they were Creole in the next comment. I mean, how are you attacking Beyonce and trying to say that she has a really bad nose, and then in the next one you're trying to say that you're Creole and that you're somehow lighter than a paper bag and you have green eyes and stuff. But you were literally just attacking someone who is Creole just a second ago. You know? Like, to me, that was weird. Like, you didn't even pay attention to the comments you left on my page. Like, clearly, you're a dark skinned, unambiguous black woman who's really upset that I'm not dark skinned. I'm not unambiguous, honestly. I don't have West African features. I mean, this girl has West African features. Look at her. And, I mean, a major problem is this. I don't even say that this is a dark skinned woman's issue. You see plenty of people who have her features, and then you see plenty of people who are like lighter skin. And I also wanted to point out one other thing here. People call this brown skin. Yeah, I'm supposed to be calling myself brown skin. Have I ever come on the screen looking like this color? No. So I don't understand why people think that. Like, of course, do I have anything in common with that girl in color? No, I don't. One side is me without makeup, the other side is me with makeup. Clearly a match. So I don't see how I'm supposed to be identifying color-wise with a brown-skinned girl, let alone a dark-skinned girl. That's never going to happen. But to me, it's just like, I know I don't have their features. I can see. Look at my nose. Look at the other people's noses. Very different. Eye placement is very different also. And it's not even that. I mean, it's not just me saying, oh, I don't have those features. Oh, I don't have that skin tone. No, it's actually this. We all know I make money literally off of Night Flirt as a white woman. So, I mean, obviously I don't have that phenotype. I mean, you really think the past two people could do their makeup done enough where they can actually look like a whole different race? No, they can't. And you could be mad all day that that's what I do for a living. But it doesn't change anything. I'm still going to talk about slave talk at the end of this. And when I talk about slave talk, I'm talking about some black men call me, I've talked about this before, some black men will call me and they want me to call them all sorts of bad names for being black. Because they perceive me to be white on there. And it's not even just that. I mean, like, much of Night Flirt, I do a lot of other types of work. Like, BBC, when you talk about cucking and stuff and all that stuff. Anyway, so I know that feature-wise, I don't have those features, okay? I know my skin tone, bare face, by the way, oh, except on the side that looks darker. A slight makeup on that side of my cheek. I obviously don't have dark skin, and it's not because of makeup. I just want to know, why is it whenever you guys are like, oh my god, I want you to be a dark-skinned, unambiguous black woman, that you're always saying it from an angry mode? Why are you so angry? Like, you can't be believable when you are so emotional, angry, and upset. Because where this started off was me talking about having Creole heritage, which there are plenty of Creoles who look very dark skinned and very unambiguously black. And I am not saying that I am mixed. I am saying that I have Creole heritage. Creole Marmalade, Creole Lady Marmalade, or whatever. Sorry if I botched your name. But she was specifically talking about how Creoles can be black or white, and many are mixed, but many are black. So what are you going on about? Why are you so emotional? Like, my whole channel is not about being mixed. My channel is about being black. And that was specifically what I said previously. If I was pointing out that I was mixed, wouldn't I have to exclude myself from the light-skinned black category? Yes, I would. I would have to exclude myself from the light-skinned black category because I already said mixed people can't be included in the light-skinned category. You can't be light-skinned if you're just light-skinned compared to people of another race. You have to be light-skinned compared to the people of your race. So if you're biracial and you claim that's not black, and then you have to compare yourself against biracials. If you're mixed race, you have to compare yourself against mixed race people. You see, with me, I'm not going to have any issue comparing myself against people who are 90% African or 80% sub-Saharan African ancestry. I don't have any problem doing that. You would have more of a struggle with me if I was comparing myself against Fulanis, because that's where I descend my heritage from. That's why my facial features are different. It's because I descend from Fulani tribal people, basically. When I took the DNA test, that's what it specifically said. So, that is just the situation going on. You don't have to be so angry about these situations, but, it seems like you guys act like it's some kind of fucking status. Creole is not a status, sweetie. It's just some people descend from those type of families that were original settlers of Louisiana, and some were not. Some people are just not Creole. Not everybody can be Creole, but for me, I happen to be a quarter Creole. That's what you just have to accept, sweetie. And what's really funny to me is this. I don't understand why you guys always use comparisons of people who clearly don't have any complexion anywhere near my complexion. Like, you'll try and say brown skin. The brown skin chick I just showed has no similarity to my skin tone. Or crazy people like you who are willing to try and say I'm dark skinned. And then it's like, those people who are actually dark skinned make me look almost... Actual true dark skinned people, they've always said this. When they see my skin tone unexposed, they call it white. They don't even call it light. And you're sitting here trying to say I'm dark and I'm the same color as them. They don't even recognize my skin all the time as black skin. Like, if you ask some dark-skinned black people, they say people who have 200s, in Fenty 200s, are not actually light skins. Sometimes they will say that those are people of other races, Arabs, whatever. Some will say that it's specifically Hispanic or whatever. But they will literally sit and try and say it's not really black skin. And you're here trying to say that that's dark skin for a black person. Sweetie, you are so delusional. It's crazy. You're not convincing me of anything besides that you're crazy. And you don't have a filter or a way to discern what is actually a certain skin tone. That's not a personal issue I have. That's a personal issue you have. Anyone can tell that I specifically am like 1 or 2 shades darker than Rihanna in this video, where she is a 300 in Fenty. I'm a 330 in Fenty. 320 to 330, but you get what I'm saying. I definitely am no 470, okay? Dark-skinned blacks, you guys are 470s in Fenty, okay? It is what it is. I know you're growling mad because I'm not dark like you, but you need to find a way to love your skin and not be angry that some people aren't dark. Some people aren't brown, and some people are light-skinned and have Creole heritage. I am proud to be light-skinned and Creole. And there really isn't anything wrong with that. I am definitely proud of that, and I didn't know that it's triggered you guys so much to talk about that. But it seems like there's a lot of people on my channel. I feel like it's like one probably big troll who's really obsessed with my skin tone, but it's probably a few others who specifically, they get mad anytime I tell the truth about anything. Like, I'm supposed to pretend I'm Lupita. But how the hell am I supposed to pretend I'm Lupita? And that's the thing with a lot of these people. They get really mad when I turn on the lights. Because if I turn on the lights, then I look like my color. The only way people can be peaceful when they're dark and angry like that, or in the case of the light skins who are being angry too. And a lot of the light skins are angry because their noses are so broad. Let's just be honest. Your features at Rihanna's and you're jealous because of those reasons. But that's another story. But my point is that specifically, you know, that I feel like the problem is that these people get so upset at my predicament and my phenotype that they try and make up things. But it's like I can't come on a screen looking like anything other than what I look like because I just wasn't born with the genetics to look as black as you guys do. That's just the truth.